Today we're going to be talking about slope-intercept form word problems. Our essential question for today is going to be, what are the steps to write an equation? The rate of change, let's go ahead and talk about that again. It shows the relationship between two changing quantities. And so we can write it as the change of the independent variable over the change of the dependent variable over the independent variable, right? And we know the rate of change is going to be the slope, so we can also write it. Let's highlight dependent and independent, because the rate of change, it's going to be the dependent variable over the independent variable. And then our slope, we know that is the change in y over the change of x. And we already know that the rate of change is the same as slope. So here we can assume that y is going to be the dependent variable and x is going to be the independent variable. So y will always depend on x. Okay, so let's look at some word problems and use our knowledge about independent and dependent variables. So this is on a pair deck. The first question, it says, in order to join a dance club, there is a $30 startup fee and a $4 monthly fee. Write an equation in slope-intercept form that models the situation. So first I'm going to highlight my numbers I have. I have a $30 startup fee and a $4 monthly fee. Okay. The rate is going to be the one that says per something, but in this case we don't have a per, like PER, right? We have just startup fee and monthly fee. So the one that reoccurs every single time will be that monthly fee. It's per month, right? So just because it doesn't say per doesn't mean that we don't have a rate. So this $4 per each month is going to be our rate, which we know is our slope, the same as slope. So we can write that m is equal to 4, and our b is going to be our initial value. So we have to start with paying $30. So that's going to be our initial value, right? And that's going to be $30. Okay, so we're going to write it in the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, right? And so if we write it out, our m is going to be replaced with the 4, and our b is going to be replaced with a 30. Okay, so we got y equals 4x plus 30. Before I circle my answer, I want to do the rate that we did in the last lesson. So I know that it's money per month, right? We charge the money per month, or they charge the money per month. And our slope, we know, is the change in y over our change of x. So that means that y is going to be the cost, or the money, and x is going to be each month. So here in our equation, we can read it as this y is going to be the cost, and this x over here is going to be the month, right? Month. So we can say that the month is in the independent variable and the cost is a dependent variable. So the cost is dependent on the month of your the month of how many months you've been in the dance club. Okay, so our answer is that y equals 4x plus 30, and you can read it as the cost is equal to $4 per month plus a $30 startup fee. Number 2, it says, in order to join an online community, there is a $20 startup fee and a $5 monthly fee. Write an equation in slope-intercept form that models this situation. Let's highlight our numbers. We got a $20 startup fee and a $5 monthly fee. The one that reoccurs every time, the one that's per something, it's not per startup fee, it's going to be per month. So this right here is going to be our rate, the $5, which is our slope. Okay, and the $20 startup fee is going to be our initial, right? So our m is equal to $5 and our b is equal to $20. Okay, so if we write it as an equation, our slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. our M is going to be replaced with the 5 here, and our B is going to be replaced with a 20 here. Okay, so our answer is y equals 5x plus 20. And let's see what x and y mean. Okay, so we know we have the rate is $5 per month. So the money per month is going to be our change in y over our change of x. That's our slope, because remember, rate is equal to slope. Right? So here we can say that the y is going to be the cost, or the money, right? The cost, money. And the x is going to be the month that you're in. Okay, and that is our equation. Number 3 says, in order to become a member of the Library All-Star Members Club, there is a $40 sign-up fee and a $2 monthly fee. Write an equation in slope-intercept form that models this situation. Okay, and then we also have another question that says, use the equation we wrote in problem 3 to find the total cost of being an All-Star Library member for 19 months. Okay, so let's start with highlighting the numbers that we have. We have $40 sign-up fee and a $2 monthly fee. The one that occurs every month is going to be the $2. So the $2 is our rate, which is our slope, right? So we can put m is equal to 2. And the sign-up fee, so you only pay this once, right? The initial, because you only do it one time, is going to be $40. So this is $40. B is $40, or y-intercept is $40. So as a equation, we got y equals mx plus b, and we have our new m, which is going to be a 2, and we're going to write it right here in the m. And our b is going to be a new 40, and that 40 we're going to put there in blue. Okay, so we got y equals 2x plus 40. And this equation right here is going to be our new, or just, undo. This equation right here, we're going to go ahead and move it over here, okay? So we got y equals, what was it? 2x plus 40. All right, let's see where our rate is. Okay, so we know it's $1 per month, $2 per month. So it's money per month, right? So that is our change in y over our change in x. So money is going to be our y, or the cost and money, right? And then x is going to be the month, each month. Okay, and so this will help us with number 4. It says, use the equation you wrote in problem 3 to find the total cost of being an All-Star Library member for 19 months. So this 19 months, we have to know where to put it in our equation. Are we going to put it in the y, or are we going to put it in the x? So let's see what it is. It's 19 months. It's not $19. It's 19 months. So this 19, we're actually going to replace with this x. So this is what we're going to do. X is now 19. Okay, because of this problem is saying we're going to find out what 19 months is. What's the cost for 19 months? So we got y equals 2x plus 40, right? This 19 is our new x, so I'm just going to replace that x with 19. I'm going to write it like this. Y equals 2. That x is being multiplied to that 2, right? Because every single month you're multiplying by 2. So we got $2 for 19 months plus your initial startup fee. Okay, that is going to equal your cost. Okay, so if we get a calculator and we type it in, 2 parentheses 19 close parentheses plus 40, we should get 78. So y equals 78. and y is cost, right? So it's going to be the $78. So we can write it as, and we can write it over here, the cost for 19 months is going to be $78. And that is our answer for that question. Okay. Let's do this next one. The U.S. Bureau of the Census predicted that the population of Florida would be about 17.4 million in 2010, and then it would increase by about 0.22 million per year until 2015. Which of the following linear models predicts the population Y of Florida in millions in terms of X, the number of years since 2010? Okay, so some numbers that we got 1.7 million and 0.22 million per year, right? All the other stuff is just getting confusing, right? So let's just focus on those two. Which one of these is per something? Like, which one of these is changing constantly? Is it the 17.4 or the 0.22? Okay, you see right here, per year. That is our little like cheat sheet to remember that per year or per something is going to be our rate, which is our slope. Okay, and then it says here in 2010, so they're starting at 2010. That's going to be their initial. They're starting there at 17.4 million, which is also their initial, right? So we got our Y and our M, or Y, not Y and M and B, M and B. So we got M is going to be our rate, which is 0.22, and our B is going to be 17.4. Okay, so if we write out our equation, well, before we do that, here we have an interesting word right here, increased by about 0.22 million. So increase is positive, right? It's going up. So in this case, our slope is still going to be 0.22. But if it said decreased, if it said it was going down, then it would be negative 0.22. But in this case, since it's increasing, you're still doing positive. Okay, so let's go ahead and write our equation. We got Y equals mx plus b. We can replace our m with this 0.22. 0.22x plus our b, which is our starting number, 17.4 million. And that's our answer. And which one is this? So I know it's not A or D. You see here, they try to trigger you with that negative. C is going to be our answer. And this is our last question for today, for us together. It says, suppose the bike rents for $4 plus $1.50 per hour. Write an equation in slope-intercept form that models the situation. Okay, so our numbers to highlight, we got $4 per plus, no, bike rents for $4 and plus $1.50 per hour. So there's per, that's an easy one, right? So per is going to be that rate, which is our slope. So we know that our M is what, 150? 150. And so that means that before we get the bike, we have to pay them $4. So it's our startup fee, right? Start. We start at $4, and so our B is always where we start, and that's 4. So our equation, we can write it as Y equals, our M is 1.50x plus 4. And that is our equation. Okay. And number 7 says, use the equation you wrote in problem 6 to complete the table. So now we're going to see for 2 hours, how much does it cost? How much does it cost for 4, 6, and 8 hours? Okay. So this is how we're going to do it. First, let's see what our rate is. How do we find the rate? Right? it says $4 or $1.50 per hour. So I know it's money per hour. And that is slope, right? So that is the change in y over our change of x, right? And then they even said the hours is the x, right? And the total cost is the y. And that's what we just proved. Okay. So in our equation, the y is the cost and the the x is going to be the hours. Okay, so to find the cost for 2 hours, we have to put 2 in the x. So we will put y equals 1.50. Instead of x, I'm going to put 2 because I want 2 hours plus 4. Okay, put this in the calculator and you should get y equals 7. Okay, and you can also do it in your head. 1.5 times 2, and then plus, that will be 3, and then plus 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. Right, so for 2 hours, the total cost is $7. Let's do 4. So we would have y equals 1.50 times 4 plus 4, because we want 4 hours, right? So for 4 hours, if we put it in the calculator, we would get 10. So here we'll put 10. Let's do 6. Let's do 6 hours. Let's do y equals, we're going to put our equation, 1.50. We're not going to put x, we're going to put 6 plus 4 because we want 6 hours. So when we put this in the calculator, we should get 13. Okay, and we can probably see the pattern here, right? So our pattern, let's see, from 7 to 10, we added 3. From 10 to 13, we added 3. So we don't even have to do math, like an equation math. We can just, by the pattern, we can just see that for 8 hours, the total cost is going to be 16. Okay, right? Because 13 plus 3 is 16.